Go. Hello, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the spot in the Safari Zone, right after the 5th badge, where I told you that this is gonna be hell. It's going to be hell, and essentially, you have 500 steps only, and you need 499 to get to the guy. So I basically pre-recorded this and pre-recorded the footage, and now I can't do live commentary, and this would have been absolutely catastrophic, and it would have ended up being a 40-minute video just because already without commenting and stuff on the video, it took me like 30 minutes to figure the stuff out. Luckily, I used some aid. Got some help from a guy named Art Chisel. Like, I didn't actually talk to him, I just looked at his video and see how he did it. And then I figured out that shit, my blue Kaizo version has a slightly different layout, and I was almost about to give up, but then I realized, hey, it's actually not that bad. So it's actually quite the same. So what you do is you basically only take slight careful steps around the edge of this walk path, walk path, Jesus Christ, my English, and you just keep on going, following the path, and all the time you see me just standing there doing nothing is when I'm looking up, referencing the video of his to see what he did and how he walked. I mean, his version was already great, and he did with live commentary, which I couldn't have done, because I'm born with a human error that makes me, I may easily get distracted when talking and walking and have these delicate operations, so you just follow the path to this opening here. Basically, you always walk right, and you make sure that you take the shortest path possible. Now, right here, you have to walk into this patch of grass straight. If I'm going to walk now, which I hope I'll do. Let's see how long it takes me. Yeah, so I ain't gonna move. Well, anyways, this whole maze is pretty insane. I'll also suggest that you get some super repels in order to not run into wild Pokemon and distract you from your actual goal of getting to the house where Mr. Surfy Guy is, and gives you that a gem. And yeah, I've always frosted and defrosted the state, because this is, again, you just saw magic of cutting, video cutting. This was my 3rd time trying this, because I saved state there because I did it flawless right there. And now I'm walking, this time I was walking correctly to the next area. So you just take the path to the left and go up this mountain thingy, and yeah, you try to get to the other side with as few steps as possible, and then you don't go up to the first path to the right, but the second path to the right, and you go to the left. Yep. And yeah, you can do it this way. You can, I mean, there's some different ways that you could walk, but there's only one way to walk, but there's different ways you can cut down your amount of footsteps that you need to get to Mr. Surfy Dude. Yeah, and you need a shit ton of repels too, although which is somewhat weird, because you actually, super repels is supposed to last 200 steps, but every like 80 steps the repel wore off for some reason. I don't know why that happens, but here again, I'm looking shit up, and curiously enough, there was an item laying right there, which was a max potion, which wasn't in our Chisel's walkthrough of Blue Kaizo for some reason. Like, I don't know, I seem to have a different version, which is either harder or easier, I don't really know. But luckily the Safari Zone, as I told you before, and I'm already starting to repeat myself post-commentary, I have never done before until this, but I knew, okay, I know you need to go in this grassless patch, even if that's even a correct term, and you need to go, you basically just follow, you just look out for the mountains, and you just go up there all the time. Don't pick up this item, because, I mean, you don't really want to waste a step, but you go up to your way north of this house, and basically continue walking What am I doing now? I'm looking something up again. Yeah, some of the stuff I will cut out, but it was really tough. I wouldn't have been able to do this with only doing a live commentary and trying to figure this out myself. It would have taken hours, and this way it is more efficient and shorter to endure for you guys. So you walk behind this hill that we've already walked by, or walked past, or walked down, and then you will going to see the sign which says LOLP on it. It just looks like LOLP, whatever that means, and take as few steps as possible to get to the other side. There's only one way you can go, so that's a pretty easy task right there. And you continue walking until you see those arrows, and you can either, I don't think it really matters if you take another step down or just walk straight at the position where I'm at, because either way you're gonna have to waste a couple of steps when you get to the new area. Or I had to waste a couple of steps when I got to the new area to walk further down south. Yep, and that's where I cut it because I messed up again. And actually, oh yeah, this is the time I was like, yes, I finally made it. I only have to go a couple more steps to get to the house. And as you can see, I decided to go the wrong way because I was looking at like the item right there, and I was like, this has to be the way. And I realized, fuck, there's no way I can get to the house. Which is good. The game trolling me for the 1 billionth time. 1 billionth time. And I didn't even look anything up there when you see me standing there. I was just like so frustrated because I was like, okay, now I have to defreeze the other state and have to walk all the fucking way again. But luckily I had it memorized pretty well, and it only took me like 2 minutes to get back. But Lord, was I pissed off when I realized that I couldn't go that path. And ding dong! Even if you take 2 or 3 wrong steps, you're getting screwed over by the guy that, like, it seems somewhat odd that, yeah, and then I messed up again. So that it always took me 3 tries. I did it in like sections where if I would complete a section somewhat successfully, I would save it right there. And then if I messed up, it would defreeze back to the state where I was, so I wouldn't have to do the whole thing again, because that would have been quite impossible. So now you just orientate yourself and look for the next hill, which is this one, and you walk it up. And again, take as few steps as you can possibly can. And yep, while your repels are wearing off too, which is always nice. But luckily I wasted like all my money on it, and it's like 40 super repels, so there was no trouble there. And you walk, and it's really easy. It's like Snake Way in Dragon Ball. You just follow that fucking thing, and it seems to never end. But yeah, you pretty much go up to the left because you know to the right the path is blocked off, so there's no way you can actually go there. And yeah, this is I don't know why he thought this was a good idea, the guy that did this hack. I wouldn't have been able probably to do it with absolutely no reference of like another dude doing this or some sort of online help at all. But yep, there's another hill, and guess what? That's the rule of the game, or the rule of the Safari Zone. Every time you see a hill, you walk straight up Turret Mountain to not, and yeah, to not miss the right way, and you go left to the sign and the LOLP sign, and you go out there and you've almost made it. This part is really easy. Again, just walk right next to the path with the chopped off trees, and just follow it, and you would think that it's this house, which is down below, but there's nowhere you can get there. And I only had like 19 steps left, so I was like, please let me get to this house in less than 19 steps. And as it looks like, I did get to him. And I had 5 steps left. 1, 2, 3, 4, glorious. And I made it. With 1 step left. See, this is devious. This is just simply diabolical. And there's so many, like, it doesn't seem that hard to you now as you look at it, but there's so many paths that are branching off and not letting you, you know, confusing you. It took maybe like 3 or 4 turns, and that will confuse the shit out of you, because they go quite a long way too. So you think you're on the right path for a while. It's a sort of the illusion of the game, but you're not. You're certainly on the wrong path. So yeah, that was the amazing Safari Zone. I had a blast doing this. Now it's actually quite fun, but I probably would have hated it if I wouldn't have had any help from any other YouTubers or whatever. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.